Hello and welcome to Great Escapes with me, Isy Sutty.
And me, Dan Skinner.
Each week we hop on a train and head to somewhere new along the southwest or Wales, meeting interesting people, seeing amazing things and having new adventures.
And this week we're off to Torquay, the English Riviera, to find out what makes the perfect British seaside holiday.
Well, for a start, it's very easy to get to. Literally hop on a train and you're there.
To help us on our journey and to discuss how staycations have been around for generations, we are joined by seaside historian Kathryn Ferry.
We're here with Kathryn Ferry, assuming no relation to Arthur Ferry, the Wimbledon player.
No. Do you know what? I do have a son called Arthur, but I didn't marry a Ferry. I'm born a Ferry, so my son is not.
Yeah. No, it's
Can't claim that. It's probably good though, because he might get offered free tables at restaurants and stuff, and then
free
you have to
tennis
go.
rackets.
So I'm not the tennis player. Sorry.
Yeah.
Could you explain what your interest in the history of beaches is and how you describe your job?
Well, I kind of made up my job title a while back, and I call myself a seaside historian because I do spend my time as a historian looking at the British seaside, how we enjoyed holidays in the past, the buildings and everything that sort of went with the seaside holiday, everything that makes it special, I suppose.
The British sort of relationship with the seaside seems quite sort of unique, doesn't it? Because there's only a short period really where we can get to enjoy the British seaside. And that seems to be sort of a good and a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a problem for seaside resorts that the summer season is so short, and maybe actually climate change is kind of changing that somewhat, and maybe that's a good thing for seaside resorts.
Yeah.
But yeah, they always have had to make all of their money in a very concerted period.
Yeah.
But it wasn't always like that, because actually in the very early days of the seaside, when people were travelling to the coast for the sake of their health, and doctors were prescribing them visits to go and weirdly drink the seawater and dip in it. They were actually supposed to go in the winter time when it was the coldest, because they thought that was better for your body. So it's
was that Victorian times?
No, before that, 18th century.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
And was that when the seaside areas began to realise it could be a good business side to it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was that sort of the kind of health tourism. The early days of that happened in the 18th century, and that's when you get the earliest resorts growing. So places like Margate and Scarborough and Weymouth, Brighton. It's actually the 19th century. The trains that open up the way for the masses to come, that bring with them the crowds and the noise and all of that stuff.
Ruin that sort of.
It depends on your point of view, doesn't it? But yeah, that's the shift.
But it changed. It shifted the emphasis away from health to leisure.
Yes. It must have been quite weird if you were one of the ones who wanted the peace and who wanted then go, all these people are arriving and they want fish and chips, and
so you moved your patronage. You went to somewhere quieter.
Because you can still find that by the sea, can't you?
Oh,
like
completely.
Wherever you go, you can go to like Margate, or you can go to the Pembrokeshire coast.
Exactly. So social tone, we might not talk about it in class these days, but social tone has always been a crucial thing at seaside resorts, and you know what you're getting with various places.
Going.
Where you go. Yeah. So some are posher than others.
What came first in terms of what we now associate with the seaside, like Punch and Judy, donkey rides? Some of these things probably are dying out a bit as well, which we're quite interested to know. But the arcades, fish and chips, Candy Floss Rock.
Well, most of those things come from the 19th century, but some of them are earlier. Definitely donkey rides were happening in the sort of early 19th century Regency period. Could almost imagine Jane Austen riding on a donkey. There's a picture.
Why not?
But Punch and Judy is much earlier. So Samuel Pepys watched Punchinello shows that had been bought from
it's Commedia
Italy.
Dell'arte, isn't it?
Yes, exactly, from Italy in the 17th century. But it was then the Punch and Judy men then travelled around with the fairs that went to sort of villages and towns. And at that point, people didn't really have holidays, working people. So the travelling fair would come and you would see Punch and Judy with the travelling fair. But then as working people got holiday time and they could get on a train to the seaside, then the Punch and Judy man followed. They got on the trains. And so then in the 19th
they just
century...
went where the crowds were.
They did.
Right.
And that's why Punch and Judy then came to be associated with the seaside.
Well, it's funny how that built up around the seaside, isn't it? Like fruit machines.
Yeah.
And
Is it because
Space
people,
Invaders.
I wonder if it's associate all those seaside resorts with a kind of endless feeling. It's like an endless feeling of summer. It's like the what punctuates my childhood. Those seaside resorts, like places like Ventnor as well.
Oh,
So,
yes. Yeah.
And I wonder if the penny machines and the arcades, and they're all really. They're kind of luxuries in the sense that they don't serve any purpose apart from amusement.
Yeah.
Like, there's something really nice
Just
about the fact
things
that you
to
are
do,
literally
isn't it?
throwing away pennies. And
But it's that sort of sense of fun and escape, isn't it? That when you're on your summer holidays, you do things that you don't do any other time. You save up your
Still do it now.
2p. Yeah, exactly.
Still putting the 2p's in those machines.
Yeah, I know, because you might just win, mightn't you?
Yeah, well, it's very satisfying having that clunk, 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 which you then put all back in the machine.
But that goes back to the kind of 1930s. They've been around, these machines, all these amusement things, for quite a long time. And I suppose even in the 18th century, when people were going for the sake of their health, the health part of the day only took up a very short period. And even now, if you're going to go on the beach, you don't necessarily, going to spend every single hour there. You've got to fill your time, haven't you? And so it's an opportunity for people there to make money, isn't it?
I remember going to Newquay when my friend moved there when I was about 15, and we spent all our money on pinball in the arcades, and it was like one of the best summers ever, just watching the surfers and just we got so good at pinball. And
I remember my mum taking us down to Brighton when we were younger, and she said, there you go, there's money, get any amusement arcade. And we were like, I was like, this is amazing, just playing on these games. And it was like that sort of pure of escapism and leisure time.
Yeah.
But in a way that you just might, if my mum, we were in London, she would never give me a tenner and say, go on, go over there and play on those machines.
I think that escapism is a crucial part of the
it's
appeal.
part of being there, isn't
maybe
it?
But it's not new.
No.
Yeah. Do they? Do people go into different modes?
I think there's an element of that, and you see that in the kind of historical descriptions and stuff as well.
We must talk about Torquay.
Oh, yes.
Because that's the focus of this episode.
We had a brilliant time in Torquay, didn't we? We went. It was hot, which helps.
Yeah.
Well, at least I think if it's not raining, it helps.
Yes.
But it was great. We went to Roly's fudge, and we made. We attempted to make
raspberry and
fudge.
white chocolate fudge.
And we cut it
nice.
to be. We thought we were cutting it, so we rolled it all out, and then she let us cut it, and I thought they were about the same size squares as what they were selling, but then it was.
But we weren't thinking economically.
No.
We were thinking, I'd like to eat a nice big lump of this fudge.
I think I could eat it like this off the table. Actually,
and the assistant said, "Bit too big." I think we got the best of Torquay.
Yeah, and we went to Babbacombe Model Village as well.
Yeah, because of the weather. It just makes a massive difference.
Yeah, there was this phase in Torquay's past where, so it started out as being a winter resort.
Yeah.
So because the climate was so good that they sold
the Riviera, they call it.
Yes,
don't they?
yeah, absolutely. And that was really important. And that was trying to tempt rich people, away from the actual Riviera on the Mediterranean coast.
Wow, that's such a cool reason to call it that.
So people went to the French Riviera in the first place, Victorians, in the wintertime, because it was a mild climate, and particularly if you were in poor health, that was a good place to it was good for the lungs and all of that kind of stuff. So Torquay kind of built its reputation on being a winter resort. And I was reading about it, and they actually had to have their sort of borough meteorologist in the press, in these guidebooks, assure people that it wasn't too hot in the summer.
Really?
Because there was this sense that, it's nice and warm in the winter. It might be frightfully hot in the summer, so we can't go. I mean, can you imagine now?
No.
But people didn't go on beach holidays. They didn't want that sort of that heat all the time.
How much damage Fawlty Towers did to the resort of Torquay?
Or how much good it did it.
Well, I don't know, because it's like it was never glamorised.
No, I know,
in
but I
the
guess
show,
because I love Fawlty Towers so much, it would make me want to
go
but I
there.
suppose it's what you want from a place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it's about the era when it was on the telly as well.
1970s, yeah.
Which is the period where people are beginning to be able to afford to go away.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's a kind of a
yes.
rejection of that, isn't it?
But
'Cause
also,
it's saying,
it's this tired old hotel,
Yeah.
It had that feeling of like old England.
yeah.
Like a bit stuffy
Yeah.
and a bit... Do you think it
Stuffy.
did do it damage?
I don't know. I mean, quite possibly. But that would be maybe the same for the British seaside as a whole,
Yes,
because
yeah. I
the
think
reason
that's
it
what
worked is
yeah.
because people could associate people that hotels that they'd stayed in elsewhere. It's not just about
Exactly.
Torquay in a
But
way.
it was representative
exactly.
of the British seaside, I think,
Yeah.
or the British
at
holiday
a
making.
moment
Yes.
where it had become really unfashionable.
Yeah, which is why it worked, I think.
Yes.
But also, I don't think of, when I think of Fawlty Towers, I think of the interior of the hotel. I don't think of the seaside. It's quite interesting. I think
We don't really see the sea that much in the
I know, but
programme,
you
do
knew it was
you?
in Torquay, and I don't know. It just, because the fact that it was, for me anyway, the fact that it was set in Torquay, I was, because I always associated with Fawlty Towers. I just thought I never had a desire to go there because of it.
It gave you a permanent...
Yeah, it made me go.
But
oh,
it's
God.
maybe because of Torquay's backstory that they picked Torquay as
Yeah,
the place,
all right.
because it had that sort of sense of the retired colonels.
Yes, yes.
But that is because
Old people.
Torquay was attractive to those people.
Right.
Yeah.
And
and calling it
had
the Riviera.
exactly,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
had that long history of being a very select is the word that was used, and very kind of exclusive place. So it's the sort of end of that
Yeah.
era, really, because in the 19th century, Russian aristocrats were going, Russian royalty, the Queen of Holland went to Torquay, Princess Victoria, who became queen, she went and stayed there in her youth.
Yeah.
Queen Alexandra, Prince of Wales, proper big celebrities were staying in Torquay. So it's convenient to kind of forget that stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a smart, posh resort that was very, very aspirational. I wouldn't have been able to afford to stay there. It was really kind of the top end, and it had amazing, huge hotels that weren't run down at that point. The sort of Fawlty Towers image, and the villas on the cliffs above, which were built by people as their holiday homes, by wealthy people, and it was sort of that. The look of the place with the beautiful beaches and these holiday homes and the big smart hotels that made it look like the Riviera. It wasn't it wasn't just a made up PR stint.
That's it. But I mean, we went there and I was like, oh my God, this place is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about the cliffs and the hotels and the big buildings built into the cliffs. It was very dramatic.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's something
and it's not run down either.
No.
It's very well maintained. And
exactly.
It looks lovely.
And it's that mix, isn't it? Because the seaside can be multiple different things in terms of its landscape and geology and all of that kind of stuff. But Torquay has got beautiful sandy beaches. It's got these kind of rugged cliffs. And it's got the sort of man-made bits and the harbour and the pier. And so it kind of ticks so many boxes.
Yeah.
And that's why it became really popular.
And quite big as well.
So we did make some fudge. We were entrusted with the equipment and the sugar. But before we show you that, Kathryn, could you just say in a sentence or two why you recommend visiting the British seaside over jumping on a plane?
Oh, there's just so much there. There's all of these different places with different characters, and we've got fantastic beaches. We've got all this kind of heritage in the suites, but the buildings, the amusements, the entertainments, everything is all there. It's all there on our doorstep. You just got to go and find it.
All right, Dan, shall we make some fudge?
Yeah, let's make some fudge. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
This is.
So how long has this been cooking for, Suzanne? Do you even call it cooking?
Yes. It's been cooking for about 40 minutes to an hour.
Oh really? And what's are you allowed to reveal the mixture?
No, top secret information.
I think it definitely contains sugar.
It's sugar.
Definitely sugar in
I
there.
would say some
And some
dairy,
milk and butter, all natural ingredients, of course.
Yeah. And have you got the? So you said this is going to be raspberry and
white chocolate.
White chocolate. Have you? That's already in there, is it? The raspberry and white chocolate.
Some of the raspberries are, so we're going to put some more raspberries in there, and then once it's set, then we will add the white chocolate. But obviously it's got to cool down.
Oh, well, you put that on top, will you?
We will do, yeah, but that'll probably be later on in the day.
And how many of these do you, so you've got a big, is that copper, a big copper pan?
It smells
How many of
gorgeous,
these do you do a day when it's busy?
When it's busy, we can do, in this shop, we'll do about 4.
Yeah.
4
Probably about
tubs.
4 a day.
This is
We
about
just
the
make
most
what we need.
aesthetically pleasing thing I
It's
think I've ever seen.
gorgeous,
This is
yeah.
like, what do they call it? ASMR?
ASMR. Yeah, ASMR community would like this. Yeah, they would. Yeah.
It's good therapy.
It is. It's sort of therapeutic visions and sounds.
So you're laying it all out
look
on
at
the.
that.
We're really surprised that you've just poured it onto
Poured
the
it on
table.
the table.
And that our kids, I think, would really love this because so often you say to them, "Oh no, don't do that," but it's actually like you. There's something really lovely about going. No, it's actually going on the table.
I can make a mess, I'm allowed to make a mess. So now I'm just going to spread it out on the table.
Oh, look at
wow.
this.
And this is
Now,
like
you
something
take this
from
for
Wonka.
granted, but this is very. This does something to you internally watching you do this.
Do people come in a lot and just watch you do this?
They do,
I would.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
We get
surprised.
videoed and
I bet.
watched and,
It's great. Oh, it looks gorgeous.
And have you got the glass partition in front of it to stop people from dipping their fingers?
Yes.
Of course. It's literally
very
overwhelming.
hot.
The temptation to put your finger in there is overwhelming.
But Suzanne said it's very hot.
I know. But
Does it
even
remain
so.
hot for a long time?
yes, for quite a
Yeah.
while, yes. So I'm just going to stir it with the spoon, so that helps for it to set.
How much
So
of that
I'm
do
gonna
you
get you
reckon?
that.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do.
Oh, have a
Thank
stir.
you.
2 hands, I think, is you.
Yeah, you might need 2 hands there.
It's like an oar, isn't it? It's like I'm.
It's pizza thing,
Yeah.
pizza oven thing.
There's a bit of
Call that
resistance.
a fudge making shovel.
And I don't think that I should be exposing the table, should I? I'm just
No,
sort
you're
of.
fine, that's
okay.
fine. Doesn't matter. That's quite all right. You going to have a go?
Yeah, I'll have a go. Thank you. I'll give it some. You know.
There's a lot, actually, there's
Look at
so
this.
much of it, isn't there? Once it starts,
it's
because
lovely.
obviously it's getting thinner as it spreads.
So what we'll do
I've
is
gone
we'll...
for it. I've
Yeah,
taken a swing.
that's
at
it, that's good. Very
I've
good.
taken a swing at this. Oh, it's nice. It's all warm. It's
So
all
the
coming
texture
off
will
the
change and
table.
go more of a crumbly texture.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gorgeous.
And then
This
we
is
fold
lovely.
it like a loaf, like a
Oh
big
my
baguette.
goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Fudge making. Oh, look
Enjoying
at
that.
this.
Yeah, no, you've really got into it.
Oh, it's lovely. It's very satisfying. The smell is just delicious. It's just delicious. Oh my goodness. Instinctively, I think I've taken to fudge making.
I think you have too. I really think you look very natural when you're doing
Pay
it.
well.
I'm quite confident when I'm doing it.
Yeah, you
actually.
are.
I feel pretty like
Do you
You
do a
gonna
lot of
another go?
stirring
I
at
could
home?
do
Like,
this. Yeah, I guess I do. I'm always causing trouble.
Natural stirrer.
Yeah.
To those listening, we now have just a long. It looks like a sort of a pastry.
Or a plait.
Yes, a big,
Yes.
thick plait of fudge. It couldn't be more pleasing to the eye.
It's gorgeous. It's like waves. What's this technique then? So you're folding it over.
So folding it over, yeah, so that we can slice this up. Once it's set a little bit more, we can then slice it up and make it into those chunks.
I think the reason some people probably come back here is there's a lot of association with memories, holidays, childhood.
Yes.
Like people might have come here as children, had some Roly's fudge, and then thought, I want to
Take
my
the
own
kids
kids
in.
here or my
That's it.
grandkids
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
What
All the
flavour will
time.
they like?
Come and
Yeah.
try this.
Do you
Come
find
try
that?
this.
Yes, all the time, yeah.
Chopping it up
Families
now.
used to come here as children and then come back.
Make sure you get all that off.
Yes, yes. He's already telling me what to do. You don't work here.
I think we might have a job.
I'm looking at that and I'm thinking,
Do you want?
yes, I do. Thank you. I can't.
And Suzanne, I have left.
Let me put some gloves on.
What's happening about this strip that I've left?
That's what I'm going to deal with.
Dan's going to scrape that up
deal with
and
that.
push that into. He knows what to do.
Now I've got very large hands, so we'll see.
Do you think that you're not doing it with your hand? You do it with the dough scrapers.
Oh God.
This is so gorgeous
It
just
is.
to look at. So how did you get all the fudge off the table, Dan? Is it just technique?
Yeah, it's technique. When you've been doing it as long as I have, just brute force. No, you have to scrape it on like that. And then you go like that. And then under there she goes. And look at that.
So you're a very neat and tidy person, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah, are you neat and tidy, Dan? Is this appealing to your side?
Am I neat and tidy?
Yeah.
I think as I have grown older, I would say yes, I am. Yes.
You could probably tell quite a lot about someone from how they stack these.
Yes.
He's a bit like psychologist.
Yes. Yes.
Well, OCD or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking at you leave that trail of.
I know.
That was.
But the funny thing is that I am quite organised in this sort. I'm not tidy, but I do like to know that's happening at that time. And
Yeah, but I would see that you left there, and I'll go, how is she not seeing that?
I think I just like the feel of it going through the fudge
How is
so
she
much. I
not
got
dealing
distracted.
with that?
Yeah.
You'd have soon learnt that, wouldn't you?
I knew that you'd come and do it,
Yeah.
and it would be all
no,
right.
this has gone wrong.
Don't worry too much.
This one's a
dear
bit thick.
Dan,
This one's a
maybe
bit
your
thick.
techniques let you down.
Yeah, well, I went in that way, and the fudge took over.
You did a very good job.
Thank you very much.
You've definitely got the job, yeah.
First timer, but I feel like a veteran, so something's going on. That is...
Perfect.
Izzy, I'm going to let you do this.
Yes, please.
But don't ruin what I've started.
So you're leaving me with this massive... This is the highest... Yes, I think you should do that.
I'll cut these areas.
Actually, that looks really satisfying to cut.
It is. It is very satisfying.
You're really enjoying that, aren't you?
I am.
The famous five were boarding the train, ready for their next great Western adventure. Who knew Wales and the southwest had so many myths and legends, said Anne. Such amazing stories. King Arthur's Camelot, the Giants of Avon Gorge, the Hound of the Baskervilles. "Ooh, I do like listening to a good tale," said George excitedly. "You're good at telling tales too," teased Dick. Great Western Railway. Legendary adventures start here.
Fudge?
Yeah.
10 out of 10?
Well, I'm a fudge fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fudge fan.
You always have been.
do you
I
know
always
what?
have been.
Do you, if you go to the seaside, do you go, well, I'm going to go and buy some fudge? Do you do that?
If I'm in Scotland, I say that I'm going to buy a tablet. I don't always succeed. Tablet is
Like
the
an
Scottish
iPad?
version of... Yeah, I'm going to buy a tablet. I hate the seaside. No.
Yeah.
Tablet is the Scottish version of fudge.
What is it made of?
Probably the same stuff, but it's hard.
Sounds nice.
It's gorgeous. So you break it in a different way.
Crumblier.
No, I don't think it is crumblier. I think it is actually, it's a cleaner break.
Is it?
Yeah, it's less crumbly than fudge.
Like a nougat?
A bit, yeah.
Well, I don't know what tablet is.
Well, tablet's lovely.
All right.
That's the Scottish one.
Great.
But fudge is lovely too, and they're equally lovely. They're just different textures. So do I? Yeah, I think I do. I would definitely go and buy fudge over rock. Would you go and buy fudge?
Yeah. No, I used to. I think rock is one of those things you think you like, and then you eat it and you go, this is literally a lump of sugar. But fudge, I bought. I took some fudge. They gave it to us.
They gave it to us, which was so kind. Yeah.
And on the way back, I thought, I'll just have a little nibble of this. And I ate it and I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely delicious.
But I did the same. So we made ice cream with Suzanne.
Oh, yeah.
We ate the ice creams before lunch.
Well,
which
I'm
I
an
don't
ice
think
cream
I've done.
fan.
Yeah, but would you normally have one at like 11 a.m.?
Yeah, I would.
Oh,
I would have. I do like ice cream. I would have ice cream like a lot of
For
the time.
breakfast, lunch, and
I would
dinner?
have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But fudge, no.
Would you have fudge for 11
No,
tis?
I wouldn't.
there
I
we
wouldn't.
go.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time I ate a piece of fudge.
Nor me. I can tell you tablet because I'm half Scottish and I go up to Scotland a lot. Fudge, actually hadn't thought about fudge for about 5 or 6 years.
Fudge hasn't crossed my mind for a long time.
It was amazing, and exactly the same as you. I thought I'll just have half of this. I just think, of course I'm not just going to have half. And that was the banoffee one.
Yeah. Oh, did you have that?
Yes, because I love banoffee pie, and the banoffee.
I think
bread
I've still
was
got the
amazing.
banoffee in the
You have
fridge.
to give it to me then.
It was really good.
Rock is a different thing. I think rock is, for me, a souvenir, not necessary. It is edible, but it's not like a food stuff to me. Whereas I could actually live on fudge.
Yeah,
I guess a
I think I
medical
could live
expert
on
would
fudge.
disagree, but I feel like I
But
could. Yeah, it was gorgeous. And now I feel like fudge is having a renaissance in my life now.
Yeah.
Thanks to Roly's.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be very careful with eating that stuff.
Well, me
It's like-
too. But yeah.
well, you're diabetic, so you know that's right.
Well, we'll be after I start eating
type
10
two,
bags
type
a day.
type 2, acquired. So we had our Roly's fudge experience, which was lovely, in a heat wave in Torquay.
Yeah.
And
then
on to Babbacombe.
I think it was the right way round. I feel like if we'd gone to the model village, no, I would have worked the other way around. But there was something really lovely about making the fudge. It felt like our work was done for the day.
Yeah,
Not that
we
did
could
that
have our
much
leisure
work,
time.
We'd earned all right to eat the fruits of our toils and walk around. I just loved it. So Dan and I are here at Stonehenge with Marcus. It isn't the Stonehenge that you might be thinking. It's even better because we're the only ones allowed near it, apart from tiny people. We're here at Babbacombe Model Village with Marcus, who's very kindly agreed to talk to us today.
Yeah.
And he's just told us that the way the stones are positioned echoes exactly how they're positioned in the real Stonehenge. That's right,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
exact replica of Stonehenge, and it's aligned with the sun exactly like the one in Wiltshire.
So when you see the shadows, they are exactly how the sun would fall.
So you could celebrate solstice.
You could dress up as a druid and come here.
Do people do that? Are you allowed
Not
that?
really,
No,
not really.
no.
I think they might get in a bit of
kicked
trouble.
out. Yeah, because you can't be here in the middle of the night, can you? No. So you've been here for 11 years.
I've been here 11 years, but that isn't very long.
No. So just to describe the place, it's set on a very steep hill.
It is steep.
Almost a cliff, I
Yeah.
would say. And there's sort of layers of very famous, well-known landmarks and sites constructed as models into the side of this cliff, all the way down to the bottom. So there's a football stadium, there's Shakespeare's Globe, the White Horse, and of course here we are at Stonehenge, and we're going to go and see Wembley
Stadium.
Wembley, which is like Wembley, and there's a Bath Crescent behind, and I have to say, and I'm sure you agree, Izzy, the gardens, and I mean it's just the most tranquil place on earth.
Yeah, and that is what I forgot. So I came here, Marcus, in 2002
Oh, okay.
on holiday, and I've got really good memories of coming here, but I didn't remember all the variation of trees and plants and how they're pruned to look like miniature trees. It's so beautiful, and it adds so much to all the models, I think.
Yeah, because when we first came here, I was saying to Izzy, and I'm being completely candid and honest. I'm going, what is this place? I don't know anything about this.
He's not
this
been to a
place."
model village
Okay,
before.
well.
And I was going, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. It's like this is extraordinary.
This might spoil all the other model villages
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
now. I know
maybe.
you've seen this one.
Tell us a bit about the man who created it, because I think that the passion that he initially showed for it has carried on.
Yeah.
It's still reflected in all the models.
Yeah, so that's Tom Dobbins. So I never met him. There's people here who met him, who knew him, who speak, very highly of him. But I think he came back from World War II in Lancashire, and he wanted to fulfil some kind of dream. So he made 2 model villages in Lancashire, and he made one in Southport and one in Great Yarmouth, and because it was after World War II, there was this big boom in leisure, and people had money again and things like that, and they were very, very, very successful. So he wanted, and he gave those to his brothers to run, and they're now privately owned. They were sold, but his brothers originally had them, and he wanted to create his masterwork. And I think the land was available here, or maybe had some connections, and he came here. So this is his, like I said, this is his Sagrada Familia. This is like and this is initially all his vision.
And so it must have been sloped like this when he bought it, mustn't
yeah,
it?
it was just undeveloped, completely undeveloped valley.
So maybe he wanted that sort of graduation in that, because it does lend itself, I think.
The vision he must have had is...
It's amazing. And also there's something really British about it somehow. It's like, and it's a bit stubborn in a way, isn't it? To go, I'm going to do this, and it's going to take ages. It's going to take loads of work.
And also, I have no idea if this is going to be successful or not. You know, just give it a whirl.
But also the details. So I really like knitting, and I love making little. I made a few papier-mâché models. I always try and get knitting in, Marcus, whenever I talk about anything. But I really do like. I really like detail, and I really like I like ceramics, and I like it when there's something on it and you go, oh, that only that person could have done that.
Okay,
So the reason I really like it here is the detail of, like, there's a thing over there of workmen with little cranes working on the rail track, and one of them's asleep in a vest on some planks of wood while the others are working. And you know, the detail that goes into these, it makes it really special, because I think it'd be really easy to do it at about 80% and go, oh, that's done now, you've got a few kids there, you've got some ducks. But you can tell the time that's gone into it.
And it feels like they've tried to outdo themselves with everything that they've done. They just added more detail. What happens in the winter with all these beautiful plants and trees? Are they evergreens?
There's a lot of evergreens, as you can see. So it more or less stays the same, and the buildings are fine now because the majority of them are fiberglass, so they're weatherproof. So we just keep running. You know, we're open every day, more or less, apart from Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
Are there any Easter eggs, Marcus?
Well,
like if you're a local, there's something you would...
Well, I wouldn't really want to give them away.
Oh,
There's a few. I wouldn't really want to spoil the fun.
So you guys come and...
no, there's a few things. But the thing that it's most famous for, what people do, is all the puns. If you look at all the names
I just
on
saw
the proprietors...
the cider cup over there instead of the Ryder Cup on the golf course.
And it's just full of puns. And you can't move for puns. And every time they make a new model, they have a little competition to make puns. And the name of the waterfall is particularly good, but we might see that.
Niagara Falls, it'll be something on that one.
Rhymes with Niagara.
Is that near the nudist beach?
So here we are at Viagra Falls, and this is my favourite place. Having wandered the village, I enjoy this place the most because I enjoy the sound of falling water. And look at the detail on there. You've got a person in a barrel going over the waterfall, and then up there we've got a sort of high wire act, someone unicycling across the waterfall, and then someone climbing up the rocks. And then down here on the pond section, we've got a discarded shopping trolley.
So, and another one over there tipping itself.
It's very British, very British.
I love that it's a reflection of real British life.
Yes,
like what's you could make it an idealised version of a waterfall, couldn't you?
Yeah, because there's a bin and a bench.
Yeah.
And people and youths sat on the bench. It's like it reflects reality. So when you look at it, you observe it, and you go, oh yeah, that's what ponds are like, man.
And where's Wally as well? Did you notice that?
No.
Well, there's Wally. Not where's Wally. There's Wally.
There's Wally.
So Wally is behind in his stripy jumper.
And his backpack.
Yeah, behind the shopping trolley. It might have been him who pushed it in.
And it's lovely, isn't it? Like water lilies.
It's gorgeous, and this sound is beautiful. This is the sound that I have in my ears every night. 'Cause you know, I have earplugs that play noise to stop me from hearing Ellis snoring.
Right.
I've got it stuck on the noise of flowing water. But I think that's fate, because I love the sound of flowing water.
Yeah, sometimes I listen to rain on a tent. Yeah.
It's
so I do that
relaxing.
as well. It is relaxing. Yeah.
Would you come here? Would you bring the kids here?
Yes, of course I would. They might cause chaos.
I think they're quite used to having people
run around.
Probably saying to people, could you stay away from Viagra Falls?
Yeah, exactly. Don't go in the water.
Yeah. We're in an arbour.
We're in an arbour.
We're in an arbour. Do you remember arbours?
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't get them so much in Britain, do you?
No, I learned
You get a
about
lot in
arbours.
Italy.
I learned about arbours in Series 1. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember.
We went to the
you saw a
castle.
glorious arbour, didn't you?
Drogo Castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Although it met in the middle, that arbour, and this maybe isn't an official arbour because it's a sort of, but it's essentially an arbour.
It's an arbour.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, they're nice.
And it's nice in this weather as
Lovely
well to be
arbour.
able
I might
to
build an
shelter.
arbour in my garden.
That noise is the sound of the fire.
Fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is actually a fire-breathing dragon. Move
So
round this way.
this is
Where's
my,
the pink house?
excuse me.
Oh, here we are,
thank
look.
you. Right, so this is my favourite place,
Oh.
and I know that it feels
Look it up.
a little bit different, this cottage. So it's a pink, baby pink, pastel pink cottage.
What's it called?
I think it's just called Isy's Cottage.
Isy's Pink Cottage.
It's got a thatched
Pink
roof.
windmill, like grot bags.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. What is it?
Now it used to be Dave, the gardener, the head gardener, has just told me
Yeah.
that this used to be on the back of a van they used to drive around advertising the model village. And then they thought,
Yeah.
and then it was just sitting in the, wherever they store everything, and then they thought, why don't we
Oh,
display it?
get it
So it
out.
looks really different from all the rest of the stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, I tell you, it doesn't look as detailed. So
Well, it's
like
not-
the thatched cottage, the thatched roof doesn't look as well. They just haven't done the detail on
No,
it.
they haven't
It looks
thatched
like
it.
it's been taken off the back of a van and put like, to the back
You
of
look
the...
like you've been taken on the back of a van. So
Yeah, I know.
that's the look I'm going
Why
for,
I said
actually.
it. That's why I said that.
But it says, feel free to touch and admire.
Oh, we can touch it.
So isn't that great?
Come on.
Because I don't think you're supposed to touch the other ones.
Yeah, this one's okay because it's like fiberglass.
So the reason I like this is it's not a typical
No.
representation of
Yes.
Model Village.
It's atypical.
But and actually it's bigger than everything else.
Yeah, that's
it's like
almost like the size of a
quadruple the
house.
size.
Yeah.
But I like it because it feels a bit, I don't know, just feels like
It's quite
my
it's quite
cottage.
hobbity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the Hobbit. The whole place is like
Yeah.
there's all the real Lord of the Rings quality about this place.
Yeah, it's true.
So I've never been to a model village before because I just thought they were weird. But it turns out it was a very serene, fascinating. It had a sort of element of Willy Wonka
Yeah.
about it, didn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, really, Marcus was lovely, and he was so enthusiastic about the place.
He was great. They let us go on the because we were doing a podcast with cameras. They let us go onto the bits that
Yes,
like
we were
stand
allowed
near
to
the
go on
buildings.
the grass next to Stonehenge.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I felt like we had a lot of responsibility being near. It's like, don't
Yeah.
step an inch backwards. You're going to knock
I
over.
know you're
one-
going to stand on one of the
You're going to
monuments.
change history. I really loved it, and I feel like for me Babbacombe falls into the same category as the fudge in the sense that they're just celebrations of kind of being alive. Like there's no wider.
No reason for it,
Yeah,
really.
like, you
someone's
know-
passion.
Exactly. You eat fudge because it tastes gorgeous in the moment. You don't think about tomorrow.
No,
when you know.
can't. You better not.
Yeah.
You're eating fudge.
And the same thing in the model village in the sense that you go, this is just wonderful.
Yeah.
Like there's no.
You're
it's
celebrating
good
the
because
inside of
it's-
someone's mind,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, which is what you're doing when you appreciate any creative endeavour, I think.
And also in adulthood, I think it's really good to go to these things because I think so often what we do, especially perhaps once you have kids, it is because of a thing that will come about because of it. Like, we have to leave now because we have to get to football on time. Or like, I have to do my admin because we're going on, even with holidays, it's like, we have to make the plane. Whereas actually, maybe it's also because we're doing this without our kids so we can be the kids, but there's something lovely about both of those things in that they're like these are just really, really fun.
They're guilty
things.
pleasures,
Yeah.
aren't they? That's what they are. They're like wandering around a model village And I must say, I was just like, it's so tranquil walking around there. But the gardens were the thing for me. I mean, I love the interesting little village and all the sort of in-jokes, crafted into the models. But the ferns and the thought about the placement of everything, and Dave, the gardener, who we chatted to, he was so knowledgeable. And there's only like 4 gardeners there for this enormous place, which is sort of set on this sort of hillside, and it's immaculate. It's like being at the Chelsea Flower Show. It's really amazing.
And I hadn't appreciated that the first time round.
No, well, you're young. When you're young,
I was very young.
You don't appreciate that stuff, do you?
No, and I didn't. I just thought I looked at. I must have taken it in, but I was just looking at the buildings, and
you would have been looking at it ironically.
Probably was,
you know, and you were there ironically.
Yeah, everything was ironic then. Yeah.
Now it's all like, this is genuinely interesting that someone has done this.
Yeah. But then ironically, I'm going, this reminds me of when I came here in my 20s.
On my ironic journey. My ironic period. Like watching Bullseye on a Sunday. You do it ironically, but it's funny.
Fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's perfectly fine to appreciate something like that.
I mean, it's fine anyway, isn't it? Bullseye. So next time we come, we'll have to go round the corner from the model village and take the funicular.
The Babbacombe Railway funicular.
The Babbacombe Railway funicular.
Takes you up the cliff face.
To Oddicombe Beach.
Oh, it takes you down to Oddicombe Beach.
Yeah, I don't reckon it takes you up to the beach.
Probably funicular goes up and down. So you can
I would imagine it goes...
Go up the hill and down to the beach.
Oh, yeah.
They've thought about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I'd like to do that.
Yes. I would like to go to Kent's Cavern Prehistoric Caves.
Me too.
I think that would be fascinating.
Yeah, that's like a cave complex that's really important in the history of caves.
But it's sort of evidence of human life in there, and how people lived. I mean, thousands and thousands of years ago. That's fascinating. I was like, I haven't been the same since we went to the Forest of Dean caves.
No, you haven't. That was a real moment.
Quite a profound effect on me. So I would imagine Kent's Cavern Prehistoric Caves will have the same sort of impact.
What about Bygones, which is a recreation of Victorian streets?
Yeah.
Yeah?
History's like, it's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's done well, and you go, oh, was it actually like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it isn't, and it's sort of, well kept and well maintained, then it's very interesting. It can't be sort of tatty.
No tatty, or just a bloke in the corner of a pub.
Yeah, exactly.
About,
because I'm sure there are those things where it's sort of, half done.
Oh yeah, and then you ask someone like, where's this from, and it says like IKEA. On the back
exactly. Or you see a zip on something. You don't want any of that.
It's got to be done properly.
Yeah, and of course,
Torquay Abbey.
Torquay Abbey. 800 years old. 800 years old.
Yeah. Museum, art collection, gardens.
Yes.
I mean, there really is something for everyone, isn't there?
Yeah, it's lovely, Torquay. It's really, really lovely.
Because if you don't like the beach, naming no names, because I do actually like the beach, it's the sea that I feel indifferent towards, although I respect its power, as you know. If you don't want to be on the beach all day, which some people don't, you can go and do all these other things.
Yes.
And that is perfect, because there are some places where it is only sort of beach focused, and that's
But
a bit
you don't
different.
have to do things. You
can if you want, though.
Oh yeah, no. There's lots of things to do.
Yes, but you don't have to do anything.
But you can just.
What, you can just stay in your hotel and watch telly?
No, you can sit outside a nice coffee shop on the harbour and just chill and watch the world go by.
Watch people watch.
And Torquay is very good for that sort of thing.
Yeah, it is.
Very
right.
good. It's very well set up for that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing I like doing.
It's a bit creepy.
If you like. What, sitting and having a coffee?
And watching everyone.
Well, like just. Not like staring at them. Just like...
What are you doing?
I said watching the world go by, not staring at people.
Okay.
Yeah, although I do sometimes do that. This has been Great Escapes with me, Dan Skinner.
And me, Isy Suttie.
If you want to see more of how we got on, then go to Instagram at epithemu1, where you can see me working my fudge.
And I'm at Isy Suttie, where you'll see me admiring and trying not to trip over a tiny Stonehenge.
Thank you very much to Roly's Fudge and Babbacombe Model Village. It's been a pleasure.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.